Hello, Scorpio. This is your tarot reading for love and relationships, January 2018. Just a few more seconds, and then I'll cut the cards. Your first card, Three of Cups. I have a Queen of Cups. And she represents Cancer. I have a Three of Wands reversed. I have the World. I have an Eight of Pentacles. I have Strength. Oops. I have the Hermit in reverse. I have a Six of Pentacles reversed. And a Four of Cups. Getting a sense of where everything is. There are no swords, but you do have three major arcana: the World, the end of a chapter or a cycle in your life. We have Strength, having courage and patience. And then the Hermit's in reverse, meaning being isolated, not connecting with people. Sometimes it's good to be alone, so that we can have some alone time to figure things out. But when the Hermit is in reverse, it means that this isn't about solitude. This is about being, sometimes people can, isolate you. Sometimes people can sort of turn away from you. Sometimes this refers to just being alone, being afraid, being excluded from a particular group. And that's not a good thing, okay? Sometimes you can't be, sometimes this is a good signal that you do need to go out, that you do need to interact with new people. So keep in mind, you've got some cups here, especially with this Three of Cups and Queen of Cups here. Remember, the Queen of Cups is actually the significator for Cancer. Scorpio would be a King of Cups, but still it feels as if there is a lot of this might have to do with social relationships and friendships. And I feel like you are trying to, for some of you Scorpios, a lot of you are trying to change your romantic landscape, trying to meet new people, trying to emotionally connect with someone. I feel here you're emotionally connected to someone. I feel like there's still a little bit of a shift or a change going on here. So when we get here to this Three of Wands, all of a sudden there's a reversal, meaning there's a missed opportunity here. A plan or an expectation didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Sometimes this has a lot to do, when the Three of Wands is reversed, it has a lot to do with two people in a disagreement. But more than anything, this has a lot to do with having expectations that are not being met. Things are not working out according to plan. But I feel like there's still some optimism with you as far as the relationship. Specifically, it feels like some of you Scorpios are dealing with a relationship that has come to a standstill. When I look here at the past, when we get here to this next row, you have the World, and suddenly things are stalled, but then the World is coming along to let you know, no, that's all she wrote. It's time to focus on something new. It's time to let this failed romance go. Nothing's going to happen. So for some of you Scorpios, when the World comes along, there's going to be sort of like a little push to leave old relationships behind that are not working. And so that's when we get here to the Eight of Pentacles, the energy of Earth. We have focus, we have discipline, we have determination. We're focusing on the present. We're focusing on what's in front of us right now. We're not focusing on the past, and we're not focusing on things that are not really productive in our lives. That's the energy of the Eight of Pentacles. And then Strength, on the other side, opposite to the World, the Strength card is coming along to tell you this will all work out. Hang in there. But some of you might not appreciate this energy at first. You might not want to move on if you've been waiting to hear from a particular person, and it's already a few weeks and you haven't heard anything. I feel like this energy is coming along to sort of say, let's not focus on this person for now. Let's just keep it moving here. We cannot wait for this issue to be resolved. We cannot, we determine our own closure. We don't leave it up to another person. So I feel like the World and the Pentacles and Strength are coming along with this groundedness and this groundedness and stability, and the more realistic, practical aspects of relationships. Because Scorpios, you do love hard and play hard, but you are very, very idealistic about love. And maybe that's why these cups are showing up, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But sometimes our expectations exceed the reality of where a person is and what they're capable of giving to you. And so these three cards come along to say, let's just focus on what's in front of us now. We don't have any more we have no more emotional investment to put into this relationship or this person for now. Let's just keep our own counsel and focus on what is meaningful to us right here, right now. So when we get here to the future, it's easy to let past disappointments or holdups or issues sort of keep you isolated. Sometimes we can hibernate from love, especially if you did just come out of a breakup and you're in limbo and you don't know if you're getting back together or if you're going to hear from this person. And so a lot of detachment here in your future, Scorpio. Part of it is because for some of you, someone is sort of cutting themselves out of your life. I feel like there's a little bit of loneliness and isolation because someone that you've been in a relationship with, someone is keeping their distance. And sometimes it's good to have strength. Sometimes it's good to move on. Sometimes it's good to handle things on your own. But it's also important to have balance and still reach out to people. This is the generosity card. It's about giving and taking. And it's not just about money. It's also about giving of yourself, investing, not just paying for things. It's about spending time with someone, showing that you value someone. And so part of this is you not feeling cheated, not feeling that someone took you for a ride. And for some of you, this could even mean a little bit of a lopsided relationship where someone, once again, I feel like someone is pulled back, especially with that Three of Wands. Someone has kind of left you hanging. Here you are, you two are falling in love and everything's going great, and then all of a sudden this person switches gears and you don't know how to deal with it. So when we get here to that Four of Cups, we do feel a little bit put upon. We do feel emotionally detached. The relationship is leaving us cold a little bit. Being stuck in a rut and not knowing what changes you need to do in your life. So it feels as if the story of the card so far as your journey, it's about getting out of a rut, not waiting on the other person, not letting another person call the shots, not letting another person call the shots in your life as far as finding love and being happy. Now, for a particular person, for some of you Scorpios, there's a particular person who's doing the waiting game. And I definitely recommend moving on and not letting this person hold up your life and not keep you waiting. You'd want to avoid the energy of that Hermit in reverse, where if you feel like a person is deliberately avoiding you or not communicating with you or blowing you off, I think it's very important that you don't stick around. And I'm definitely getting that vibe from some of these cards, especially with the Three of Wands and that Hermit together. So let me pull the outcome card. I have a King of Swords, no cups, but this King of Swords, it's a very useful energy. Could even represent someone that you're attached to. It could mean a certain person enters the picture. But when we look at a King of Swords, we're looking at taking control over your life. It's about being courageous to make the decisions that you need to make in your life. Okay? Don't give up your integrity. Don't give up your honor. Always defend yourself. And as I said, it feels like someone's playing a few games with you. Someone who feels like they can lead you on. Someone who takes for granted your loyalty, your love. When this King of Swords comes along, we're talking about having clarity and using our reason to cut through all the BS and say, you know, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Now, this could actually represent a particular person who's an air sign. And usually this King of Swords, this King of Swords is usually related to Aquarius. So for some of you, the fraction of you Scorpios who are actually attached to an Aquarius, yeah, there's a message coming through here. But I do feel that There's a little bit of decisiveness here. And there's an important decision that will be made. And I feel like that decision has a lot to do with just cutting bait, letting this little fish go, and making sure your boundaries are established so this person doesn't, play you off again. But this is, I feel, about a decision, an important decision to stay or go. And it can also be an important part of communication that will be coming after you've been left alone, after you've spent a lot of your headspace trying to figure out what's going on with this person and feeling detached, as the Four of Cups illustrates. I feel this King of Swords is about taking names and taking no prisoners here. Okay. You're becoming a little bit more self-assured. You kind of know what you want. You know the direction you want to go in. And you're going to try to pretty much pull out of this what's going on here with the Hermit reversed and the Six of Pentacles reversed. Feeling cheated, feeling that someone has taken advantage of you. I think that's why some of you Scorpios have this Four of Cups showing up. Okay, so Scorpio, that was my reading. And if you are a new subscriber, I hope you check out my playlist for 2018 readings, yearly readings, predictions, looking at shifts and changes. And you'll find the videos very useful. And you might even consider getting your own Grand Romany reading for $30. It's usually $50. So check out that playlist for 2018 and then consider going to tarotbyair.com and booking a reading. So I hope all of you are enjoying your holiday season. Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to another wonderful year of reading for you. So thank you all for your support. And for those of you who are actually giving me referrals to your friends and family, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm very honored. So take care. I will see you next month. And as always, I wish you love and light.